The wrestling world erupted in shock as Randy the Viper Orton was viciously attacked by Roman Reigns, the reigning OTC and undisputed apex predator. In a high-stakes confrontation that sent ripples through the WWE universe, Reigns aimed not only to dominate Orton physically, but also to recruit him into a newly forged version of the legendary Shield. Yet, in a stunning display of defiance, Orton rejected the offer outright, asserting his fierce independence and refusal to be anyone's ally. This dramatic clash marked a pivotal moment, setting the stage for a bitter rivalry fueled by power, pride, and unrelenting ambition. The attack. Brutality unleashed. Suddenly, like a flash of violent lightning, Roman struck. The attack was swift, brutal, and merciless, a demonstration of sheer dominance. He didn't merely want to defeat Orton, he wanted to break him. The crowd gasped as Roman's fists and forearms slammed into the Viper's defenses, each strike landing with the force of a wrecking ball. Orton staggered but refused to yield, his serpentine instincts kicking in as he slithered away from the worst blows, eyes narrowing with predatory cunning. Reigns' aggression was primal, almost feral, his movements calculated to intimidate and dominate. The arena seemed to pulse with every thunderous thud of their collision, the reverberations rolling through the crowd's collective spine. With every punishing blow, the message was clear. Roman Reigns was asserting his reign as the undisputed apex predator, the alpha, the supreme force of the WWE universe. Yet amidst the onslaught, Orton's cold, calculating mind was already plotting his counterstrike, every muscle coiled like a spring ready to unleash lethal retribution. The apex predator's challenge. Roman Reigns stood tall after the assault, his chest heaving with exertion, his eyes blazing with a fierce, almost primal fire. He was more than just a champion. He was a symbol of unyielding power, a titan atop the wrestling world's hierarchy. The audience could feel it in their bones. This was a man who did not simply fight for victory. He fought for legacy. To Reigns, everything else was secondary. His dominion was absolute, and anyone who dared challenge it would face his relentless wrath. But Roman wasn't merely content with defeating his foes. In a bold move to consolidate his power, he extended an unexpected offer to form a new iteration of the legendary Shield, an alliance that once ruled the WWE with unmatched unity and ferocity. His eyes locked onto Orton with a mixture of respect and challenge. The Shield was more than just a faction. It was a brotherhood forged in fire and battle, a force to be reckoned with. For Reigns, bringing Orton into this fold would cement an unstoppable alliance. Randy Orton's defiant refusal. Yet, in an electrifying twist, the Viper's response was swift and decisive. With a cold smirk curling at the edge of his lips, Orton rejected the offer outright. His voice, dripping with venom and defiance, echoed across the arena, cutting through the tension like a knife. "I'm no one's follower," he declared, his words carrying the weight of a lone predator who walks his own path. Orton was a creature of instinct and independence, a warrior who thrived on chaos and unpredictability rather than allegiance and brotherhood. His refusal wasn't just a rejection of the Shield. It was a statement, a warning that Randy Orton would never be tamed or controlled, no matter the power offered. The crowd erupted, caught between shock and admiration. Here was a man who refused to be caged, whose identity was forged in defiance and darkness. The Viper was a solitary hunter, and he would remain that way. The symbolism of the new Shield. Roman Reigns' vision of the new Shield was more than a simple faction revival. It was a symbolic rebirth of dominance, unity, and unbreakable strength. The original Shield had been an unstoppable force, and Reigns believed that by joining forces with others like himself, the group could reclaim its throne as the WWE's most feared and respected entity. But Orton's denial revealed the complexity of this vision. The Shield, for all its power, represented conformity and loyalty, elements that clashed violently with the Viper's fiercely independent nature. This clash of ideologies only heightened the drama and stakes of their encounter. It was not just a battle of physical strength, but a deeper conflict of identity and allegiance. The aftermath. A rift in the WWE universe. As the dust settled, the wrestling world watched with bated breath. The rivalry between Randy Orton and Roman Reigns was no longer just about championships or dominance. It was about the very soul of the WWE's future. Would Reigns' new shield rise to unparalleled heights? Or would Orton's lone wolf defiance inspire a new era of unpredictable chaos? The Viper slithered away from the ring, his eyes still burning with a lethal promise. The apex predator had made his stance clear. He was his own master, bound by no allegiance, driven only by his hunger for power and respect on his own terms. Roman Reigns remained, a colossus surveying his kingdom, already planning his next move in this high-stakes game of dominance. The WWE Universe had been forever changed by this dramatic confrontation. A story of power, pride, and unyielding wills. And as the lights dimmed and the fans chanted, one thing was certain. The battle for supremacy had only just begun.